everybody listening and watching. Welcome back to the Sir Purrcast, the second ever episode, hosted by me, Finn Hokinson, Carolina Panthers enthusiast. In today's episode of the Sir Purrcast, we will be discussing the Carolina Panthers 2026 rookie class and the impact that they're going to have. I think it's one of the best classes the Panthers have had in a long time. Maybe since the 2020 class that included like Derek Brown, other great guys. But this class includes people like Monroe Freeling, Lee Hunter, Will Lee III, Sam Hecht, Zaki Wheatley, Chris Brazzell. Did I say Lee Hunter? If not Lee Hunter, out of Texas Tech. And of course, you cannot forget the Carolina Panthers, Jackson Kuwach. I think that's how you pronounce that. I'm not sure. But Jackson Kuwach in the 7th round. Monroe Freeling announced that he was going to wear number 57, which honestly, I think it could have been cleaner. I don't think 57 is. The first person that comes to mind in Panthers history is Lamar Lathan. Big impact in the 1995 season, 8 sacks. But I feel like I would have preferred. 69 comes to mind, obviously, with Jordan Gross. A lot of history with that number. But I also feel like 58 could have been cool too. Thomas Davis. That would have been nice. But Chris Brazzell is going to be wearing 19, which I love that decision. I think 19 looks really clean. Previous Panther to wear 19, Adam Thielen, he had a lot of success. No other real thoughts on that besides Jackson Kuwach. I just don't like the number 46. It's just like it doesn't look very clean. It's an even number. I think 9 odd numbers look better on jerseys. I think 45 would have been better. 47, any odd number really. Even 44. But in today's episode, less about numbers, but more about what projected impact they might have. And starting with Monroe Freeling, is he going to be expected to start at the tackle position? On the right side, they have Taylor Moton for at least this year. I'll see if they extend them. That will be exciting. But on the left side, they had an injury to Ike Mekwonu in the 2026 wildcard game, 25-5 season, 2026 wildcard game, and that he is still not expected to play or start the season. In free agency, they signed Rasheed Walker, the veteran guy. I think one of the more underrated signings. I'm excited about that. So I feel like Freeling will not make an immediate impact for the Panthers. I think they're going to run with Rasheed Walker as their left tackle. And, depending on the performance, obviously, is how I think they're going to go off that. But I think Freeling will get a chance to start next season in 2027, and I'm really excited for that. Obviously, a big guy. He's really football smart and he's able to protect the quarterback. So hopefully he keeps Young safe in the pocket throughout 2027. And hopefully 2026, I would be excited, especially in the preseason, we get the extra game with the Hall of Fame game. That's super exciting in August against the Cardinals. So hopefully we get to see what he can do. And if he plays well, maybe he could start. Hopefully he turns out to be like a Trent Williams or Quentin Nelson's not a tackle, but as good as Quentin Nelson. Moving on to the second round, the Panthers selected Lee Hunter, who was recently on the latest episode of The Huddle, if you watch the Panthers Huddle. And I really love Lee Hunter. He is he just looks like a fun player. He looks excited. He looks like he wants to be there playing football in Charlotte. He went to Texas Tech. Another just big, powerful guy. And I think he's definitely going to see some snaps. And I mean, if you're a defensive tackle drafted into the Panthers, you have an amazing start to your career. You got to learn from, honestly, the best in the league, in Derek Brown. I said it. I don't even think anyone comes close to the level of play that Derek Brown has been having these past couple seasons. 2023 broke the record for most tackles by a defensive tackle, over 100, unbelievable. This year, insane production. The Jets game stands to mind, but I mean, obviously, the forced fumble on Matthew Stafford to win the Rams game, upset the Rams. Just amazing player, and they're gonna learn behind that. I think if you can develop quickly, the Panthers could have a really good defensive line, especially with the Jalen Phillips signing. I think the Panthers could get a lot more sacks than they did last season. In the third round, the Panthers selected wide receiver out of Tennessee, Chris Brazzell II. I just want to go back to the number choice. I really like the number 19. 19 or 17. I think those are really good numbers for receiver. I just really like it. But anyways, Chris Brazzell, the first thing that comes to mind is his just frame and just overall genetic athletic ability. Is very quick. It's very big. Compared to the rest of the Panthers receiving core, the Chris Brazzell, Tetro McMillan, and Jalen Coker. McMillan and Brazzell both 6'4", Coker 6'2", Leggett 6'1". Can't forget about him. I think Brazzell provides the deep playability. Jimmy Horn, also another fast guy. I think Brazzell might see a really good amount of playing time with this offense, especially in when we get to the late season or on long third downs when you need the speed or the deep playability. 1st and 10. The first play of a drive, you could just take a shot, see what happens. It's Chris Brazzell, you never know. It's his speed. It's amazing, gifted player. And there's been pictures going around of him in Panthers jerseys as a kid. I think it's been shown that he's a Panthers fan, so it's awesome to get another, just hometown player on the team. A direct quote from him, I wouldn't want to be anywhere else. It's just amazing to see players excited about where they are. Lee Hunter, another one. Moving on to another Lee, though. It's the last name, and followed by third. Will Lee the third out of Texas A&M. I really like this pick. Honestly, Will Lee is one of the most exciting players to me in this Panthers draft class. I think he is amazing player in Texas A&M. I'm excited. I think, especially because I think the Panthers have an amazing cornerback group already. I think Mike Jackson, honestly, he might be better than JC. I'm not gonna go there yet, but we'll see. Mike Jackson, they're both top 10. JC's probably top 5. Mike Jackson's probably around 6 or 7. And adding Woolley to that, having him learn, having him be able to get wisdom and knowledge from 2 unbelievable cornerbacks. Mike Jack leading the league in PDFs. Having long arms, I believe 32 inches. He's very physical, and I know what I am most excited. I think he's going to see a lot of playing time in the nickel and on number 2 big, like just playing like on a Drake London. Like I think we might see some matchups there if he proves himself. And he's definitely more of a man to man type of guy. And I am excited to see Crystal Lave versus will be the third matchup, because Crystal Lave, he kind of owned a JC Horn last year, and we definitely need to slow him down, especially if Tyler Shuck continues to play at the level he was playing at closing out the season. Moving on to Sam Hecht. Sam Hecht is another guy that I was excited about when the Panthers took him. He's going to get a lot of knowledge and wisdom. Being a center, he can learn from. I mean, the Panthers have had a number of players play center. I know Austin Corbett. I'm pretty sure Chandler Zavala. They have the center position, like, it's up for grabs, honestly. If Sam Hecht wants to take it, I think he has the opportunity to take it. Cade Mays is definitely competing with that. But I think that he could be productive. We haven't really had too much consistently in the center position. So, I mean, I'm pretty sure Panthers could see him playing a few games of center. Moving on, 5th round, Zakee Wheatley, another pick I was very excited about. He played in Maryland. But he's a safety, and I think he's gonna be very young. There's a young core of safety, and there's also some veterans who play well, like Lathan Ransom, adding Zakee Wheatley to that. Probably the successors of Nick Scott and Trevin Merrick. But Merrick is another one of the great safeties in the NFL. A run stuffer, an amazing player, and you get to learn behind Merrick. Nick Scott is a very disciplined player, very reliable and consistent. First thing that comes to mind when I think of Nick Scott is the unfair penalty the refs call on him in the Week 18 game against the Bucs for pass interference, when it's just feet getting tangled and players tripping over each other. But I'm rambling now. Back to Zakee Wheatley. He's very good in run support, which I think, again, highlights Trayvon Merrick. And I think this rookie class has a lot of potential. I really do. This rookie class, I think it has the potential to be one of the better rookie classes in this recent Bryce Young era of the Panthers. Moving on to the last round, the Panthers selected Jackson Kuwach. I think it's Kuwach. In the 7th round, 227th pick, I want to say. He played at Miami, and this, obviously 7th round, you don't really expect too much, but if there was a player to be productive that was unexpected in the 7th round, I think it could be Jackson. I'm just gonna refer to him as that because I don't want to butcher his name. I don't think I am. Kuwach. His large frame. He transferred from Ohio State, which is, I don't know. You don't see many players transferring from one of the best teams in college football. but he's very physically gifted, genetically gifted, and I think, he's not Sonny Styles, but I think he could become a good player. I think if there's someone to surprise everyone in the 7th round and be productive, I think it could be Jackson. One last thing before we wrap up the episode, I just want to briefly skim over the free agent class of the Panthers, and I really just want to talk about two signings they made in Devin Lloyd III and Jalen Phillips. And Jalen Phillips, and I don't even want to talk about their production. I just want to talk about the contracts. Jalen Phillips, I mean, we did overpay. And I'm not gonna like, I don't know, what's the expression? Put sugar on it. I don't know. I'm not gonna like sweeten the wound by saying we didn't overpay on a $30 million contract. But here's the thing. Phillips is arguably one of the best pass rushers in the NFL when healthy. You saw it in 2023 with the Dolphins, in 2025 with the Eagles. Amazing production, great tackler, very disciplined. He gets sacks. And that is the Panthers' biggest issue right now. The whole team, they just did not get sacks last season. They couldn't get to the quarterback. And I am willing to overspend on someone who is proven to do that. Because we need someone who can get to the quarterback and make plays for negative yardage. And we were not able to do that last year. So if we're going to overspend on one position, I'm fine with that. Moving on to Devin Lloyd, I think one of the best contract deals in free agency. $45 million, only $15 million a year for a linebacker who I think has one of the highest upsides in the NFL. The first thing that comes to mind, I'm assuming, when you think of Devin Lloyd, is a 99-yard touchdown. But I think it's a great value. It's how much production we could get out of him alongside Trevin Wallace. This just about wraps up the second episode of the Sir Purrcast. Thank you for listening or watching on YouTube, and hopefully I will see you tomorrow.